And we are back. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Channel 135 podcast. This is the show we talk about our favorite things in life, movies, TV series, and pop culture. I'm your host Cams, and I'm here with the Uso. Straight out of Ranui. Eric, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Good, man. Good. Happy to be on this podcast again to talk about a TV series that we've been waiting for a year now, or a couple of years, Season 1 came out a couple of years ago, wow.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, so Season 2 just came out last Friday, and what we're talking about? We're talking about DC's TV show series Peacemaker, starring John Cena. He's back in his superhero character again. Yeah, man. So, yeah, we'll be talking. We're gonna review the first episode of Season 2 of Peacemaker. But first, some housekeeping. So, you can find us on our socials. This is the Channel 135. We are on Instagram and TikTok under WesWes Movies and TV. We are also on our YouTube channel, WesWes Movies and TV YouTube channel. And you can also find us on Spotify, Channel 135 Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, and all podcast platforms. We also got a website. We are part of the WesWes Network, and we have a website, weswesnet.com. You can find all our articles on there and links to our other podcasts, our sports podcasts, and our other movie podcasts, The Late Returns Full Movie. So, yeah, man. Go check all that out. Right, man. Yeah, we just finished doing Chief of War episode last night.
Oh, yeah.
So, Bobby, he jumped on and we discussed episode 5 that dropped last Friday as well. So two series we're reviewing on this podcast that dropped on Friday, Peacemaker and Chief of War. So yeah, man, hopefully we can get through all those episodes during the season.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to that one.
Yeah, but before we get into the review, man, I just want to ask you, man, like the past week or two, man, what have you been watching?
Well, of course, we've been watching the Chief of War and Alien Earth. Another new one that started on the same day as Peacemaker was Invasion on Apple Plus. So it just started with season 3. So yeah, following up to season 2. It's quite unusual because they've started with just the one episode. Just like I don't know if anyone's noticed, it's the same with Peacemaker as well. We've just done the one episode instead of 2. Like I think that we've gotten used to, kind of. Like they did that with the Chief of War, but surprisingly they didn't do it for Invasion. But yeah, I love my sci-fi, so I've been watching a bit of Star Trek as well. It's because it's starting the new season, and the Rookie. I'm still watching the Rookie. It's a police TV series. Man, I think they're up to season 7 right now. So it's on TVNZ for that show and Star Trek as well. So yeah, I've been watching those back to back and enjoying them. They're pretty good. The new season for Star Trek is a bit. I enjoy it, but it's fun. But I think it's just. I think the audience they're aiming for is probably a teenage audience. So it's not as gritty or serious as the movies. But yeah, I still enjoy them though. They're really cool. So that's all I've been watching.
Oh, nice. Yeah, man, I haven't seen another Star Trek thing in a few years now. I think the last Star Trek thing I saw was one of those movies.
Yeah, because season 3, it's Captain Pike, is it? Yeah, Captain Kirk's old captain. So it's still continuing with his story.
And then there's New Worlds or something. What's it called?
Yes, that's
a prequel, eh?
Yeah, because apparently that's Spock's stepsister,
right?
For that one. So yeah, that's a bit of a weird story, eh? Because it's
Brand New Worlds. It's called, eh?
Yeah. So I'm guessing it's a new whole Star Trek universe because they kind of changed the timeline a bit. And in one of the movies where Spock's planet was destroyed, but in the original story it wasn't. So it's kind of a multiverse vibe going on there.
Nice. I haven't been watching any other stuff on TV besides what we're reviewing on the podcast. So I forgot to mention we are watching Alien Earth, and we are doing reviewing that as well. So I think we're
Yeah,
up to we've done episode 3 episodes have gone now. So we're up to episode 4. It drops on Wednesday.
I just thought of something about that, that program. But I will talk about it when we get to the review for episode 4.
Oh yeah, you got something in mind that you thought of during the week?
Yeah, no, it's just been bugging me the whole episode with Wendy, but never mind. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I watched. Yeah, I mentioned it before we jumped on the mics, but I watched the new Ari Aster movie that's at the movies right now. Eddington, it's called, starring Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal, along with Emma Stone. And there's a few other ones. I forgot his name, but his last name is Grimes. He's the one of the sons on Yellowstone. The youngest son, forgot his name. His character name was Casey Dudson, but he's in it too. He plays a cop too. And,
Luke Grimes.
Yeah, Luke Grimes' his name. Yeah. Another movie where Pedro Pascal comes in. That guy's the busiest man in Hollywood right now, man. He's in everything. So yeah, I liked it, man. I liked it. It's probably a movie that's a acquired taste because when I read the reviews, it's polarizing. You either hate it or you love it. There's nothing in the middle. And it sort of makes sense being a polarized review because the content is polarizing. So what I mean by that, so the movie is based on COVID and the COVID lockdowns, right? So the story is about a isolated small town in America, somewhere in New Mexico, and it's so isolated that it's outside the town limits. It's far away to go to the next town, so it's in the middle of nowhere, right? Anyway, the Joaquin Phoenix plays the sheriff of that town, right? And Pedro Pascal, he plays the mayor of that town. And we are in the middle of COVID. The country is on lockdown. The whole world is on lockdown. So there's mandates. You gotta wear your masks. You gotta line up to go to the grocery store. You gotta be 2 meters apart and all that kind of stuff. Everything that's involved with being in lockdown. We experienced all that too. So it's kind of cool because it's 2005. Lockdowns were in 2020, 2021. We're only talking about 4 years, right? 5 years since that happened. So when you watch the movie, you're reminded of that time. And if you remember, the first lockdown was, we had to do it and all that kind of stuff. But in the second year, it got kind of personal way, got kind of polarizing when people didn't agree with the vaccinations and, you lose your job if you don't get vaccinated. So there was a big divide in the country, and even around the world, man. And even in New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern was the prime minister, and she had a pretty good rip the first time COVID hit, and we did a lockdown and we got out of it. But then the second time around, when the mandates came on, a lot of people were unhappy about it. So divided a country. So this town is having the similar experiences. So what happens is that the sheriff, Joaquin Phoenix, he doesn't believe in the vaccination, and he has trouble breathing when he wears the mask. So he's in this town, and he says, "Man, this town is in the middle of nowhere. There's no COVID here. Like, why do we have to do the mask thing and all that kind of stuff?" So, but he's the sheriff of the town, right? On the other side of it is the mayor, played by Pedro Pascal, and he's all for the mandates. He wants to be the good guy. He says everyone has to wear masks. He does research on COVID. Like, he knows all the facts about COVID, or the facts of that time, right? About the germs and wearing masks is important. So he's all for the mandates. He's the mayor. He's all for the masks and all that. So they get into a bit of a conflict. And the movie's about the conflict between these two men, the sheriff versus the mayor, and they go at it, right? They go at it because Joaquin Phoenix, he doesn't agree. He goes, "You know what? I'm gonna run for mayor because we're in the middle of the elections, right?" So Joaquin Phoenix decides to run for mayor, and then there's a competition between the mayor and him. And with that fight they have, because the disagreement they have on COVID, sort of goes to the people of the town too. So they're divided too. So if you understand what's gonna happen, it's like a war between the two people that are into COVID, people that are not. So that's how it starts. So it's a cool film to look at back at that era, that time. And just for me, it reminded me of how, people felt around that time, the paranoia around that time.
Yeah.
And also the politics of that time. Like they touch on Black Lives Matter because Black Lives Matter happens around that time too. So you got the kids that are there that are protesting and all that stuff. So it's really getting into the whole wokeness or the woke scene and all that kind of stuff. So there's all of that stuff happening in the background too. And if you're into conspiracy theories, there's all of that too getting thrown in as well. So conspiracy theories, the protesting, Black Lives Matter, the division between who's into COVID and who's not into COVID, the anger and paranoia of the town. Like the town is affected in a social way, right? And it's interesting because you remember back during COVID time, we got dumped with all this shit, and we had to do all this shit. The government said, "Oh, you got to get vaccinated," right?
Yeah.
And people, if you're skeptical, too bad. You got to do it, otherwise you lose your job.
Exactly.
So people get mad, man. People get mad, angry, they're confused. People be defiant. Be fuck this. I'm not gonna be the slave of the government or that kind of thinking. So
Yeah.
it really divides society. And because this is a small town, everybody knows everybody, and it's in the middle of nowhere. And all that kind of social activity, like ups and downs, all that anger and frustration and paranoia, is building up in this small town because of these two men, the mayor and the sheriff, right? And then the thing I got from this movie is that it reminded me of the time. It's a good look into how we as a people, how we reacted to the COVID, the different things going on. And I mentioned Black Lives Matter and all that kind of stuff, the wokeness kind of stuff, all hits at the same time, right? Or the right wing and all the left wing stuff. This movie is about that happening in the small town, and it just builds and builds and builds and builds until at the end, like I said, it explodes, and it's just like crazy. So, yeah, man, I don't think this movie is for everybody because when I was reading the reviews, a lot of people didn't like it because they didn't want to remember what happened during COVID.
True.
And they were saying, "Man, this is too early to make. It's too early to make this movie.
What?
Like we're still traumatized by COVID."
Bro.
So you get those kind of people, but you get the people that like me that watch this and like, man, this is like, okay, it's extreme. It's extreme what goes on, but it's actually when you think what's happening, what happened to us during that time. But this movie portrays it really well with the townspeople, and just the story behind these two men. And I'm not going to give anything away. You can watch it yourself. But yeah, it just builds and builds and builds. This whole movie is about starting small and then builds and builds until it has to go somewhere at the end, and it just explodes into this crazy sort of chaos that I left the movie thinking, what the fuck? What did I just see? Watch, man, like it's out of it. But
to add to that, that's crazy, because to add to that, during the first COVID, when I was because I was working on graveyard, and the first night of COVID, this is exactly how you explained it. People were nuts, man. But that wasn't the worst part. I think the worst part was the second time we got locked down, and then I had customers coming on, walking up, and I had some that were wearing the masks and some that weren't, and these ones were clashing with each other. Like they're going, "Oh, how come you're not wearing the mask?" And then goes, "Oh, what are you talking about? There's no COVID. It's all bullshit." And I had those kind of customers approaching the door, and they were clashing at the in the counter, and they'll be in a situation where I'll be like, "Hey, guys, calm down," almost get into brawls, bro. So if that movie's what I'm thinking it is, then yeah, I'm gonna definitely go check it out, because there's those first couple of nights on Graveyard with the lockdowns were fucking freaky, bro. I thought there was gonna be like a robbery or something. Everyone looked paranoid. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting. You just said that because this is exactly what happens in the first bit of the movie. So, but it happens all over the world, man. Like,
yeah,
it's cool to see it on TV on screen because you're
but
like,
it's freaky,
okay,
bro.
this is exactly how you felt during that time, right?
Yeah, fuck,
This is
it's
exactly
freaky.
what's going on, and Ari Aster, I love his films. So he made this film. He wrote and directed this movie, but he just captures that time, what people are feeling, what people are thinking, what people are doing, their reactions to this whole mandate thing and the COVID thing and everything, and just the paranoia and the anger and frustration and the controversy and all the conspiracy theories going around and people believing it, and just all that kind of stuff. But this movie, because it's a movie, you got to show it in extreme.
Yeah,
you got to be extreme about it. Otherwise, it's a movie, right? You gotta, he does well in capturing the moment, that time.
Yeah.
But then he makes it, he ramps it up, like he makes it like it's crazy as to the extreme, and it is extreme.
Yeah.
So it builds and builds from the start. Is the beginning is small. It builds and then it blows up at the end, and it's just crazy as, man. I'm just like, what the fuck was that? I'll just watch it, man.
It's like that at the gas station, only because there's different people, different walks of life of people that come to the gas station, so they start mingling with each other, and these people have all different types of beliefs. So you have the ones that believe and the ones that don't believe, and then they end up scribbling amongst each other or arguing. So yeah, it does happen. It's sad to see, but it does happen. No funny.
Yeah. So that was Eddington. So yeah, I don't think it's for everybody. Like, you probably won't. I think some people might find it boring, but if you're into all this kind of stuff, man, like it just captures that time perfectly, yeah, man. But yeah. All right, man. Let's get into Peacemaker review. So if you guys haven't seen Peacemaker season 2, episode 1, I suggest you stop this podcast right now, go watch it, come back and listen to us. We're about to break it down, and we're gonna do the channel 1 through 5 episode recap.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Peacemaker episode 1, season 2, The Ties That Grind, directed by James Gunn, written by James Gunn. One night, Chris Smith, aka Peacemaker, encounters a door in the quantum chamber he uses as a storage area, in which he finds an alternate reality where his father, Augie Smith, is alive and well and a superhero. 6 months later, Chris is displeased that he is not being taken seriously as a superhero, and he fails to join the Justice Gang, while Amelia Harcourt has been unable to find work in other agencies due to Amanda Waller's influence. Acting Argus director Rick Flag Sr. is distrustful of John Economo's report on Peacemaker, while Economos and Leota Adebayo are aware that the Flag knows that Peacemaker killed his son, Rick Flag Jr. Chris returns to the alternate reality where his brother Keith is shown to also be alive and also a superhero. Chris eventually encounters his counterpart, the Peacemaker from that reality, and a fight breaks out in the quantum area, which ends up with the alternate Peacemaker being mortally wounded and dying in Chris's arms. And that was your channel 1 through 5 episode recap.
What the hell?
Bro, I just want to say that when we touched on talking about this episode before it came out, we were talking about how, it had a bit of a Boys vibe to it, right?
Yeah.
But Boys was kind of extreme. And the scene I'm talking about in particular is the orgy scene. That sort of stands out in this whole episode, man. But it's funny because when you think about the orgy scene and you think about where we are, we're in DC. Like, Marvel will never do anything like that.
Exactly. That's why I'm surprised that, it's in DC. And freaking orgy. I don't know if that's, because this is not not long after Superman, right? So this is definitely Jason Gunn's DCEU, but holy cow, they're not holding back.
So you know what? I'm glad. I'm happy that DC has given James Gunn a blank check, to do whatever he wants.
Shit.
And that orgy scene, I had some boys vibes, in my head.
Yeah.
And I was
me
thinking,
too.
man, I don't think we saw anything as bad in season 1. Maybe we did when he had sex with that girl that turned into a werewolf. Remember? In episode 2 or something.
The one that tried to smash him to smithereens in his hotel room.
Yeah, but that was kind of weird, And then, man, when this goes all out with this orgy scene. But it was funny because I was looking at the interview, James Gunn, and he was talking about that scene. And he was like talking about how, man, it's cool how in Hollywood there's a casting crew that you ring up. They're called the intimacy trope or something.
What?
Or intimacy. There's an intimacy consultant, and behind the intimacy consultant, there's a group of actors that do these scenes. That they actually do. They get paid to do these kind of scenes, and the reason why it's successful, because it is successful, James Gunn was saying, is because they're already professionals.
Yeah.
You don't need to, they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's all professional. There's no coming in and you're shy. They know exactly what they're gonna do. They do it, and they're totally professional, and they cover up straight away, and then they go. They just shoot the scenes. But they shoot, like, they go to like a lot of movies and they do this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, eh? Like you think,
wow.
Yeah, like you don't really remember their faces, right?
No. It's just like the shock of the scene is like,
the shock of the scene
takes everything else.
But what was shocking about this scene is full frontals of men.
Yeah.
And you had couples fucking each other, and just naked ladies. Naked ladies aren't that shocking because you see them all the time in movies, right? But it's just the full front of the men when you see their genitals and that. Like, hey, am I in like a Palangi gym changing room at the gym or something? But yeah, man, I thought it was kind of interesting that when I watched the interview, James Gunn was talking about this intimacy consultant and how professional these actors are.
Yeah, that makes sense, though. That makes sense they would have something like that.
And this is their job. Like, there's a hotline that Hollywood Dirk is cool. Oh, we need some intimacy consultants to come on for the scene. And then, they just all come.
I wonder if that happens because of Game of Thrones, too.
Well, like those kind of actors, like, just, anything goes. Like, for directors and actors, like, when some actors, they get a double to come and take over them for the sex scenes if they don't want to do it. Like, there's professional actors that do all this shit. Like, just normal. It's normal to them. Like, oh yeah, just it's like a job, like everyday job. Yeah, man, that was a shocking scene.
Yeah,
and sort of made me think about the lengths DC can go. And if you've got a range of shows, like what does DC have? They've got the movies. They got the DCU. The Superman came out. So they can't really do adult R-rated stuff on there. So that's their R-rated platform, right? Peacemaker TV series is their R-rated platform for them to do anything they want. The violence, it's a boys vibe, eh?
Yeah,
boys kind of vibe to it. Gratuitous violence, sex scenes, swear words, and all that kind of stuff. I guess there's a platform for them to do that. So you capture a different audience, eh? So I think as a whole, with what the DC Studios is trying to do, is build up a universe that caters for all ages, eh?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. They got the cartoons, they got the live action, they got the TV series, and you got the R-rated, you got the M, you got the PG, and G. Like, caters to all sorts of, age content. I think that might be the advantage over Marvel. I guess when you look at Marvel, I guess they're mainly R-rated stuff, but I don't know if you call it R-rated. It's the street level stuff, like Daredevil. That could be R-rated, with the violence
and Punisher,
kind of and Punisher too.
Even who was it? Deadpool. his stuff is pretty out there. The violence, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it's not. We got that scene out the way. Have we got anything to say about that scene?
Nah. I think the scene itself says it all. All the diddles hanging around. Fuck, that was terrible.
So how did you like this episode, like as a whole? We're back into season 2.
Yeah,
I went on the chat and said, "Man, we started season 2 with a bang, literally, with a gang bang." But how did you find this? How'd you find your way back into the world of Peacemaker after a few years, eh?
yeah. It was quite like, you know how he goes into his magic storeroom with the portal that his dad had. I was quite shocked, like they were gonna go that route, because I didn't realize that it was like a multi doorway to other universes. When you see the other alien come out, and then he eventually finds the other door to the other Peacemaker and his universe, and in that universe that he's like they're a super, like his brother's still alive, his dad's all good, and they're all like a team in that universe. So it's kind of buzzy that they went that route. I guess it does make sense, because straight after Superman, right? And this is Jason Gunn hanging the reins for DCEU. So DCU, sorry. So yeah, no, it's looking good.
Oh, it's DC Studios now.
Oh, DC Studios. Oh shit. Here we go again. So yeah, no, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It looks good so far. There's some out of it, some shocking moments, but yeah, no, it's a good episode. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm keen to get into this world again. Like I said, it's been a couple of years since season 1, and season 1 came out when it was DC EU, right?
Yeah.
Zack Snyder was behind the thing there, and it was funny because James Gunn, he changed the ending of season 1.
Yes.
The last
Yeah, I saw
episode.
that.
So when they finished their mission on the last episode of season 1, Harcourt and I think Leota and John Cena, the Peacemaker, they're walking away, and you see the Justice League come down there. You see,
Yeah.
who do you see? You see Aquaman, Batman's there,
Flash.
Superman,
Yeah, I think so. Batman, Superman.
Wonder Woman,
Yeah, Wonder Woman's there.
and John Cena cracks a joke. Oh, he cracks a joke afterwards. He says, "What the fuck took you guys so long when Justice League show up?" And then he says a joke to Aquaman, eh?
Yeah,
and Aquaman turns around and
go fuck a fish or something, eh?
yeah, go fuck a fish.
I don't fuck fish. I was going shit. I was cracking up at that. I thought straight off the bat. I thought of who's that guy on The Boys? I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, the
one-
Aquaman guy. Eh?
Yeah, the one that likes the octopus.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, that was funny. And so he changed the day. So now we see the Justice Gang.
Yes.
We see Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern.
Yep.
And who's the black guy?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific, yeah. So they come down instead, and then the joke that John Cena says is to Hawkgirl. Hawkgirl looks at Green Lantern and laughs because Green Lantern goes, "Oh yeah, he calls me that because of something I forgot what it was." But,
He calls me Mr. Puke.
Mr. Puke, yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting, eh? How he changed it. Now, do you think that's to just keep the continuum going with the new DC Studios, or is that just telling Zack Snyder, "Fuck off, man. You were useless."
Nah, I'll go with the first one, bro. I'll go with the first one. Just keep the continuum going, especially right after Superman. So, like you were saying, it did take 2 years. So, during that transition, I guess Jason Gunn was trying to be careful for what he was doing. So, but yeah, that was surprising how he changed the ending for that. So, I cracked up at that as well. But, yeah.
Mm. So this episode sort of mimics what we saw in episode 1 of season 1, eh? Like we see Peacemaker, he's sort of at a place where he's still not the superhero he wants to be, eh? Like people. He wants to be like a superhero people can look up to, but he's still not. He's like he's just
Still
like
a
a
dick.
depressed dude. He tries to sign up for the Justice Gang, but he gets rejected. And that was a funny scene, when he's in the interview. And they're just teasing him with the speaker on, and then
Yeah, but they didn't even know. Well, Hawkeye and the other one didn't know, but of course the Green Lantern, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern was just like cracking up at the whole ordeal because he knew exactly what was going on. I was like, "Fuck, bro, it's sad."
Well, what does this do for you though? Like in terms of what we know, the Justice Gang are. The Justice Gang at the moment, they're not the Justice League yet.
Yeah,
But are we seeing them as assholes? Is Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl just two assholes? They're unlikable characters. Like they're part of a super team. They have to save the world when they get caught upon. But in this scene, they are shown to be, just a couple of assholes. Like, do you feel for Peacemaker who's trying to get the job and he's just getting looked down on? Me?
yeah. I kind of a bit, but not. I think he put himself in that position. But yeah, those two characters, they're a bunch of assholes. I don't know if you remember them from of course we remember them from Superman, and some of the scenes in there, they're like, especially the scene where Superman in the Superman movie, right? And Superman's trying to find another way to save that monster, the one that keeps on growing, and Guy Gardner's like, "What?" He's like, "Hey, can we take it to a universe zoo or something?" And Guy Gardner's like, "Come on, man, we gotta get rid of it." So they're the type of people that are like, "Oh no, we'll just get the job done. We ain't gonna do any of this like look after you type shit or give a damn." So I think those are the type of characters.
There was the other scene where we meet. Oh, because straight after that scene, we snap to a psychiatrist's office and we see a psychiatrist talking to someone, and he's giving us hints of who he's talking to. And in your mind, or my mind, I was thinking, okay, he's talking to Peacemaker. Peacemaker went straight to the psychiatrist's office after his ordeal at the interview.
Yeah, that's what I
But
thought
it's not.
too.
But it's not. It's hardcore. And we learned that she can't get a job at any agency in the government, CIA or anyone else, Homeland Security or anywhere else. And she's full of aggressive, and she's got a bad temper. So I don't know how you felt about her, like her character, but where's she gonna go? Because now she lets loose her frustrations at a bar. She causes trouble at a bar and she gets smashed up there, man.
Fuck, no, she's crazy. I'm glad she doesn't have superpowers. She would have killed those guys.
Yeah, was that that's a self-harm thing, eh?
Yeah. So she's going through some shit. Fuck, they all are, all of them.
Yeah, because their team, like this, Economos, he's sort of, because I don't get where they are at. So him, Adebayo, Nyota.
I don't know what she's doing. She's like, she doesn't look like she has a job, but she's okay. Man, the actor herself has lost a lot of weight. If you ever noticed, it's like lost heaps of weight.
Oh,
it's like holy shit. But yeah, it's like the characters have Walter's kind of like put them all on block or something. Like they can't advance any further, or they have to be careful how they tread, or she'll just shut them down. By the looks of it, looks like that's where we at with these characters. But yet they're
still working for Rick Flag Senior, eh? So their job is to look after Peacemaker, or just watch, just spy on him or watch him if he gets into trouble, so they can bring him in or something like that. Because Rick Flag Senior, he knows that he killed his son there, in Suicide Squad.
Also, because because of Superman with Lex Luthor's quantum portal thing that he was playing around with, it looks like the door that Peacemaker keeps opening sends off the same vibes. So, like, what the fuck? Has he got one of those as well?
Yeah, I was a bit 50-50 with the whole multiverse thing, eh? Like, he can go to another reality.
You know what I'm guessing? I don't think that's the only reality, eh? I think there's heaps
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
yeah. There's heaps of them.
So there
Just
must
like
be heaps
Marvel,
of heaps of peacemakers there, and eagles.
Eagly.
Yeah, eagly. But the thing's huge. Reminds me of my auntie's rooster. What's that big?
So when he made it to that new reality, the other reality, he sees his old man still alive, his brother's still alive, and they're superheroes, and they're like a superhero family.
Yeah.
But we don't see the John Cena over there. We don't see the Peacemaker over there yet. So I was thinking, oh, is the Peacemaker gonna show up? If they do, is he gonna kill him and he gonna take over his? Because if you think about it, his life in the real reality sucks. Eh?
That sucks.
He's got nothing in this real reality. But when he goes over there, he's like the man. Eh?
Yeah.
And the people that he loves are still alive, and they're different people. His dad's still alive. He's a different person. His brother,
It's got
he's a superhero, and he's loved. Eh?
Yeah, he's got the girl. He's got everything.
He's got everything in that reality. So, he kills his alter ego or the alternate Peacemaker. He's definitely gonna swap bodies, and go.
Just imagine this, though. Imagine it's already been done, and that was a different Peacemaker for that reality. That'll be so buzzy too. Far out.
Because I was thinking again, do you think that reality he's going to is the DC Studios reality?
It depends, eh? It depends what Jason Gunn wants to show us in that reality. If something pops up that's familiar with what we do, then yeah, we can make that assumption. But man, that's mind-boggling. But I feel sorry for the Peacemaker character, eh? For the trauma. He's probably fucking his head up right now, trying to figure out, shit, my brother's alive? And my dad's cool. Like, what the hell? Like, you remember the first time he went through the door? And his dad's like, oh, what are you doing? You're sleepwalking again. And he takes off. It's like, what the fuck? It's not my dad. Like, shit.
But even that scene at the end when he's sitting down in the chair and his brother and dad come and they're talking and he's quiet because he's just confused. Not confused, but he's like, wow. I can't believe what he's listening to. Eh? What's going through his head? Probably something unbelievable. He's thinking, hey, like, wow, this is, man, what the hell is going on? And there's that moment when he sort of breaks down and cries a bit. Hey, after his brother leaves, he stops his brother and goes, I love you, man. And his brother laughs. Oh, man, you're drunk, man. I love you too, man. He walks off.
Yeah.
And John Cena starts crying. He's like, that's a beautiful moment. That's like acting, man.
Yeah.
And then that's when the real, or the Peacemaker of that universe comes and they start fighting, man. But,
bro, that guy had some heavy punches, man. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Fucking no.
And
Some
even the RoboCop spike came out.
Yeah. I was like, damn, this guy's serious.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on the whole multiverse storylines here.
Yeah. I think for me, I'm more. I want to see where it goes. For me,
because for me, I feel like it's an easy way out.
Yeah, I hope
it's an easy way to start again.
Yeah, that's how they're using today. These yeah, I see what you mean. I just hope they didn't do that.
What else happened in this episode?
Well, we learned about, is it what's the guy's name? Rick Flag Senior. Is it?
Yeah, he's like the Nick Fury of DC.
That's right, because he pops up in Superman, right? You see him in Superman. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
when he's taking him in. So
Argus is like Shield. Argus is the Shield version of DC.
That's funny. He wasn't. Frank Grillo was with Shield too, but the bad version. Hydra. Oh, that guy.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see. I wish they'd drop 2 episodes, man.
Me too.
I don't know what happens. Like, how is he gonna?
Especially after that last scene day.
Because I want to see how he reacts in that new universe.
Yeah, I wonder if he does go to that universe. But he
will.
He will.
He'll have to. Yeah.
Covers tracks.
But then there'll probably be a time where trouble's gonna happen in his original universe, and he has to go back, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I bet you there's gonna be conflict with him in this alternate universe. He'll love it so much he doesn't want to go back, but then for some reason he needs to go back to save something or save someone.
Yeah.
and you have to make a choice. So I think near the end of the season, when we conclude it, he's gonna have to make this choice whether to stay in this alternate universe or go back to his original one.
Yeah, not only that, with Rick watching him so carefully, he'll be aware of Peacemaker spending all that time in that alternate dimension, so he might not be able to stay there that long if Rick gets onto him.
Yeah, so you got Rick that's chasing them in the original universe. So yeah, I think it's building up to be a good story. Like a lot of things going on.
Yeah,
So
there is.
It's interesting to me that in season 1, it's about Peacemaker trying to
Fit in.
find himself. Really, he wants to be a superhero. How he's gonna do that? And this one, he's still trying to find himself as a superhero. But I think because now in this alternate universe, he's already a superhero, so he's fast tracked all the hard work to get him where he wants to be. Now in this alternate universe, he's already a superhero. He doesn't have to do any work. So I think to him, it's paradise for him.
Yeah,
His dad's alive, his brother's alive.
that's what he wanted, eh?
Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. I can't wait to the next episode and see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen with the Vigilante. I think he was one of my favorite characters on season 1 because he was just fucking
Psychopath.
crazy. Yeah, psychopathic. Just not with it.
When he showed up in season 1, I knew him from the comic books I read ages ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's because their suit is the same suit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he the same kind of character?
Nah, he's not a comedic kind of character.
Oh, he's just straight kill.
Yeah.
True.
Sort of like the Punisher.
Oh, shit. That's even worse. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called a quantum chamber. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I want to see where Hardcourt goes. She needs to improve her mental health.
Yeah.
She's definitely fucked up, bro. Just calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing more to say on this episode. I think that's it, eh?
Yeah, because it's only the one episode, eh? I was really hoping there was a 2. But oh well, never mind. Wait for it next week.
Did Vigilante show up as a voice? Was he on the phone at all? Did he come on at all? No.
No, yeah, he was on the episode. He's still working at the takeaway that he was working in the last one.
Oh, yeah.
But he was calling what's his name? He was calling Chris, and Chris was surveilling Peacemaker at the time. Just before I think Peacemaker went through the door, and then he gets a call from Vigilante's calling Chris. Yeah, it's like a weird conversation where Chris really doesn't want to talk to him because he knows how unstable he is. He's like, "Oh, do you have time to talk?" And he's like, "Oh, not really."
Oh, that's right. Because he'll say, "Yeah, I heard there's some trouble upstate somewhere. We'll go check it out."
And he's like, "Oh, no." I was cracking up at that. I thought that was funny. That Chris character's always been a bit of a dick, though. Eh? He won't go all in.
Yeah, man. I like this episode. Eh? It's good to be back with Peacemaker. And yeah, we'll see where episode 2 goes on Friday.
Yeah.
Sweet, bro.
All right, bro. Till the
Sweet,
next
bro.
one.
That's us for another episode. This was a quick one. It was all good. Besides that grind. Episode 1. Episode 2 on Friday. We'll be checking that out and bring you some more reviews. Okay, man. Thanks for jumping on, bro.
All good, bro.
Have a good week.
You too.
Bye.
I'll check out the Edison too.
Edison, yeah.